Hi guys, here we've got the Cyvio solar powered battery Wi-Fi security camera. Uh, Comes with a solar panel and camera. On Amazon it says it's 3K and has around like 11,000 amp hours. Has color night vision. I believe that's only with adequate light. AI detection. We'll be trying that out. This is the B220 model. So 5 MP or 5 megapixels. Let's see, get the video resolution. It's only 2.4 gigs for 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi, so no 5 gigahertz, but I'd say that's okay because 2.4 gigahertz has better range. And generally, you're not usually like always checking the camera feed, so it should be good enough transfer rate. Color black and white, has one IR LED, full duplex audio, that's nice. Siren and strobe light, IP66, that's important. Right, it comes with a 16 gig micro SD card pre-installed. Has mobile apps. Here's the social media. I'll have those linked in the description if you're interested. Requires 1 hour of sunlight, which is equivalent to about 7 days battery life. Okay, that's pretty good if it's true. Test conditions: 20 events a day, 15 seconds each. PIR motion sensing. Yeah, it'd be interesting testing out their AI through their app. Yeah, they have separate mounting systems if you want to mount the solar panel separately for like better light. ES 256, that's really good. Multi-user access, that's also good. I'd also want to try out the notifications. 5-volt DC, 2 amps. Oh, I'm gonna have to blur out that serial numbers there. So yeah, that's basically it for the box. Now let's open it up. Okay, I guess. Yeah, the quick start guide. Solo Secu. Interesting name. They have what's included. It has a red and green light for deterrence, as you can see in the diagram. Light sensor. Okay. Solar panel bracket. This has the lights, the LED indicator light. Turning on the camera, turning off the camera. Configuring the camera. Most of the configuration is just like one-time setup, so it's generally pretty easy to do. The paper's a little dirty, I'm not sure why. Some more instructions, how to wire the solar panel cable. Online, they have a website, I think, that can show you the best ideal angle for your solar panel online, based on your area. So most phones have like a gyroscope or something that lets you use the phone as a level itself, so you can just level the solar panel with that. Okay, let's see. This thing is quite bigger than I thought. You can see a screw in there. It's a little dirty. I'm not sure why it's so dirty. So you have a micro SD card. Let's see what brand it is. Quite hard to get out. Meteridge. 16 gig industrial. Oh, so it's probably high endurance. It's pretty basic for a micro SD card. You got the button. Oh, I'll have to cover the serial number also. And then you have the charging port. Seems pretty straightforward. I would recommend that they move the button to the front or the back, and then have the micro SD card and the charge port linked together. Or the micro SD card could go under a screw cover because it's a little hard to access. Okay. Oh, disregard that. Yeah, no serial number for you. So yeah, it's pretty big. Like, here's my knife. And actually, let me just take out the blade. Here's my blade of the knife. It's quite big. Here, let me get a measuring tape. Okay, I have a measuring tape. Can't be too lazy. Okay, let's see. Say it's almost like 3 inches. Yeah, I'd say about 3 inches. Okay, let me just do it for me. Yeah, 3 inches basically on the spot. And then let's see. How wide is it? Basically 2 inches. And then let's see. 5 inches basically. So it'll peel the peel. This nice peel. Yeah, the camera. There's the light sensor. There's probably the indicator light. There's probably the IR LED, and then the spotlight, and then 2 spotlights, and then the red and green LED probably. Okay, so future me is correcting past me. So this, I believe, is the microphone. This is the speaker. This is a light sensor. This is the indicator light. This is the red and green IR LED spotlight, and then another red and green. So I can trigger the red and greens. Oh, that one's just red. Then there's a spotlight. It's a warm white, so that's nice. Let me change some of the settings. Let's see. Okay, so now that's red and green. Yeah, quite a unique choice of color. I'm not sure why they'd pick red and green, but there's the LED. And then let's see. If I turn up the light, should theoretically turn on the IR LED. Okay, let me just cover it. There you go. There's the IR LED. So, yeah. That's basically it. Back to the video. They didn't put how big the battery is on the box. So that's a little surprising. Yeah, let's put that to the side. You have some mounting hardware. see. I believe these two are the same. So how these mounts work is you need to loosen this screw cap. It lets you adjust the ball freely, and then this screws into the camera or the solar panel. It has the thread, and also if you unscrew it all the way, then you get access to these screw holes, so you can screw it to the wall. So pretty straightforward. And then you can adjust it, and then you can tighten it all the way. So pretty straightforward. This is the solar panel. Why does it also have a serial number? T2. Seems like a pretty basic solar panel. Oh, that's interesting. It has a coating on the solar panel, so that's a little more quality. I believe, let's see, some kind of Project Farm. Oh yeah, Project Farm did a test on solar panels recently, and it seemed like the ones with the coating are better or more durable. So this one's, let's see, 4 inches and 3/8, and then 3 inches and 3/4. So I'd assume they have a controller in the back of this to output the correct voltage. Okay, let's see. Another arm. This one's bigger. This one's probably for the camera because it's bigger. The camera is more weight. I'm not sure why this screws in and out. That's weird. That's weird. Yeah, the mounting bracket for this. So it appears that you just twist it and turn, and it clicks in. If I can get it to click in. Oh. Extension cable for the solar panel. I like how it has a rubber grommet that ensures you have weather resistance. That's quite important. Yeah, I'd say standard cable. Yeah, this end also has a grommet, so that's good. Okay. 2 wall stickers. These are pretty handy when you're drilling the holes. They also work a little bit on brick, as long as your brickwork is flat enough or smooth. It sort of sticks. More hardware. Yeah, seems like they provide longer screws for the camera bracket. And these are 2 set screws that keep your camera in place. It prevents people from removing it from the wall, but at the same time, you could always unscrew it from here. So yeah, there's that. And then there's the bracket. Let's see. So this the bigger bracket just snaps in. Oh wow, it clicks in. So that's really nice. And then here's the loops for the solar panel cable. So I just go through those loops. And then you'd have the mount here on the top. So yeah. Okay, let's see. This bracket, I would like there to be a smooth top so that like less debris gets in here. Because somehow we get like dirt everywhere, so like leaves, I don't know, they just get trapped up there. Okay, let's see. Is this weird? Okay, these screws are for the solar panel bracket. So I'm not sure if they provided a set screw. It appears that they didn't. But they're relatively a new company. So for the price, this was about like $70 on Amazon. If you get the 4K version, it's only about like $10 more. So I'd say this is a really good value. It seems like this company is probably at least a little bit more reputable than those other Amazon companies or brands that are just selling like one solar camera and then like 15 hair products in their catalog and then like a pair of pants or something. So since they're focusing on security, I think their products are going to be at least more quality than other Amazon sellers. So when you first get this, it's recommended that you charge it first. So I'm going to do that. It would have been great if they included a charging cable just for first setup, just convenience. So I'm going to charge it and then I'm going to come back. Okay, so now we're going to be setting up the camera. You're going to want to go to the App Store. If you have iOS, it would be the Apple App Store, and then Android is Google Play Store normally. So you're going to want to install the Cyvio app. If you don't have an account already, sign up. Type in your email, choose your region. I'm in the US. Can't type. There you go. Click confirm, confirm. Say your password, confirm password, and you're going to need to type in a verification code from your email address. So I'll do that real quick, and then yeah. So after you power on the Cyvio camera, it's going to say please configure the Wi-Fi with the app. If it doesn't say that, you can hold the power button or the button for 5 seconds and it'll reset. Reset success. Device is restarting. And then it will reboot. Then you can click add device. Scan QR code. The LED indicator light is supposed to be flashing red. Connect. Please configure network setting with the app. You're going to want to select your network. Type in your password. Create a admin password for the camera. That is required in order. The admin password is required in order to format the SD card or the micro SD card in the camera. When the camera is connecting to Wi-Fi, it'll flash blue. Once it's connected, it'll be solid blue. You can save the device QR code and then create a name for the camera. select time zone. Before first use, I'd recommend formatting it. You'll need to input your admin password again. It will format. You can also change your overwrite settings from off or auto. Remember, if you have footage that you don't want overwritten, I'd recommend you turn off overwrite so that you don't lose the footage that you need. That will basically disable recording for a while, but at least your crucial evidence doesn't get deleted. So that's something to know. This is the installation guide. If you choose to skip it, you can always go back to it through the settings. I'll show you that next. So here is the Cyvio app settings. This is the main homepage. Here you can have multiple groups of cameras. You can manage them. You can check which group has how many cameras and who can control the cameras or who has access to it. There is a sharing there's a sharing feature where you can share cameras or share a camera group. So that is really nice to have. There's the playback button at the top there, and then a search button to search for a camera, I think. And then there's an add device button, pretty straightforward. You can add cameras to favorites, but I'm not going to do that. Let's see. You can change the view from grid or horizontal view. I'm not sure how you're supposed to say that. You can also change the order of the cameras if you have multiple cameras. That is amazing to have. I like the snapshot feature where it's already sort of loaded, and right now it shows the live feed. You can zoom in. This is more like a quick access. You can also turn on and off audio. You can turn off notifications. If you press the top bar there, you can see it muted. There's a little delay when you press it, because usually there's a confirmation that pops up. But I turn off the confirmation. You can share the camera to a shared user or another user, and then you can look at the camera settings. You can also add to favorites from here. If you look at the event settings, you can set the activity zone. So this is basically wherever you want to detect detect motion. So you can just move these little dots over an area. It's either that you want to detect, or it's that you don't want to detect. So there's that. You can move it around. So I'm not going to do that, but it's nice to have. You can change the sensitivity. 8 is the highest, 4 is like the medium. You can select if it detects pedestrians or motor vehicles. You can change the detection range, max of 8, middle ground is 4. I'm setting it to 2. You can have it trigger recording, or you can disable trigger recording. So it only sends you a notification, and you can only watch the person from live view. It won't record anything. That's obviously not ideal. I don't think anyone would do that. You can also enable deterrence. If you do that, it'll turn on the red and green lights, or just red or just green, depending on how you set it. We'll see that in a second. You can also have it trigger the siren, or you can change the camera mode to just motion detection. Basically the same thing, same concept. All areas are selected. Okay, so I guess you can select an area, and then you can change the sensitivity. 8 is the highest, 4 is like the middle ground, and then you can change the detection range. You can change basically the same settings: trigger recording, deterrence, and siren. I'm not gonna save that. Event linkage. I'm not sure why they call it that, but you can change the deterrence settings. You can have it. You can have the warning light enabled or disabled. If you have it enabled for it to be triggered, then you can choose between red and green, or just red or green. I think the checkbox crashed out for a second. You can change the settings on when the deterrence light can turn on. You can have the change the duration. Same with the siren. Everything is basically the same except that it's a siren. You can change the siren volume. Yes, you can change the siren level. You can change the schedule. You can change the duration. Exit. Message notifications. So you can change the detection types that you want to be alerted for. Motion detection, pedestrian vehicle, low battery. Currently, it seems like you can't have motion detection and pedestrian and vehicle detection on at the same time. You can change the notification schedule, how fast they can send you like multiple notifications. Here, let me fact check myself real quick. Save. Yeah, it'll deactivate the other one. So that's probably to save battery life. Power management. You can switch between optimal surveillance and customize. You can change the clip length and intervals between triggers. So that will affect battery life a lot. You can also see the battery percentage. You can change the time format. I like it on 12-hour. You can also change the time zone. You can the timestamp watermark. You can enable and disable the timestamp watermark, but it's probably best to keep that. You can turn on and off the LED. That's just the LED status that glows blue or red or purple on the front. That's not the spotlight. You can change the storage settings. You can format the storage. You can disable the overwrite settings, as I mentioned earlier. You can view the camera information. I'm going to have to blur out some of this, or yeah. There's audio settings. You can turn up and down the volume. I find it a little bit quiet for the speaker volume, so I turned it up all the way. You can turn on and off audio recording for the events. Turn on and off a wide dynamic range. Basically self-explanatory. Night vision mode. You can switch between always on color or all color and infrared switching. Currently, the infrared will always have the IR LED on. That might change in the future. Here in the color mode, the spotlight is not able to be controlled by you. Only the camera controls the spotlight whenever it detects motion or detects a pedestrian or vehicle. So that is to be noted. You lose control of the spotlight. I'm not sure why that is, but it's just how it is for now. It might change in the future. There's privacy mask, self-explanatory. You can add it. I'm not going to do that right now. You can also change the Wi-Fi that it's connected to. You can also refresh the list. It does change pretty reliably, assuming that there's a good Wi-Fi connection near the camera. So it's able to, it's also able to reconnect to Wi-Fi. So when the camera loses its Wi-Fi connection, and then the Wi-Fi connection reappears, it's going to be able to reconnect. So that is a really great feature. I had the camera connected to my hotspot, and I moved the hotspot away, and then I moved it back, and then reconnected. So that is really a crucial feature. So here you can see it's still charging a little bit. The included solar panel is 2 watts, and you can see it's solar charging. It's probably not charging very much. And if you press open, it'll show you the main menu for the camera itself. Here you can zoom in, like always. You can snapshot, record, you can talk, you can turn on the alarm, there's a confirmation. You can turn on the light. It'll show on the camera there that the light's supposed to be on. And then you can turn on the warning light. You can't see it because it's still light out. And then there's a mirror recording. You can flip it horizontally or vertically. Self-explanatory. Playback. Playback causes the live stream to stop streaming, of course, so that you can view the internal storage and not have it buffer every so often because it's sending so much data. So basically, you can't, if you go to live, you'll have to reload. But if you switch to playback, it'll stop loading the live. So if you click on one of the picture boxes, you'll have that time frames recording. You can select switch between them. If you press download, you can select one to be downloaded. And you can go back. You can also cut the video so to make it shorter. You can take a snapshot and you can record that part of video. So that's basically an alternative to cutting the footage. You can record it. Going to be slightly easier. You can also have multiple camera views if there's multiple cameras in that group. That's basically it for there. You can look at your past notifications. You can click on it. You can see the snapshot that's there. Swipe left to delete it. You can click on the live, just go to the live view if you just got a notification, or you can play back just that specific video clip. You can see there's a car detected. Mercedes-Benz. How interesting. Just kidding. So back, there's also system notifications. I believe that's only for low battery or some other thing like full storage. That's if you have overwrite turned off. Account settings, you can see all that. Biometrics recognition, you can have it require your biometrics or fingerprint scanner or PIN or some other way of verifying your identity before you can open the app. That's not needed for me, but you can enable it yourself. Two-factor authentication is enabled by default. You can turn it on or off. It just sends a email with a code whenever you log in from another device. You can also set your device to be remembered when you log in. Here's the albums page. This is where all your downloaded videos and pictures or screenshots will be. There's a screenshot, you can download it and it'll pop up in your phone storage. You have to do the same with the videos. You can download it from here and it'll show up in your phone storage. You can also change the view. You can also select some to be deleted. So there's that. There's sharing. You can share the group or share the device with another person. And then there's voice assistants. You can link with Amazon Alexa, but that is only for supported cameras. Some of them don't support that. You can look at the app about. You can check the version. You can send feedback and send device logs, app logs. So there's that. So that's basically it for the camera settings and the app settings. I hope that helped you. Unfortunately, that's the end for this video. I can't make the video too long. So stick around for part 2 and part 3 where I show you the camera footage and check out how well it records and shows details.